Hey folks, welcome to this market intraday analysis by InTheMoneyStocks.com, your leaders in pure technical analysis, avoiding all that Wall Street hype. This video for Wednesday, August 3rd, 2011 is sponsored by Realtik. Alright guys, there's a ton of things to go over. We have a short-term breakout intraday. Look at this chart right here, and again, you have to know how to manage these levels here, folks. Look at this. Again, consolidation, sideways choppiness. We had a huge flush early on. The markets are ripping higher now. We are only down 30 cents on the SPY. And again, see these consolidation candles. If you draw the consolidation trend lines from the tops here to the lows here, you got a breakout right here. And this again signaled it. Look at the close above. Look at the move up on this SPY. A monster move up here. Markets are turning around. Again, just down 30 cents. We talked about this earlier in the chat room. We gave out some great calls on it. And this was ultimately the way to trade it. Bottom line is, markets again are headed to the upside right now. Can it hold? The only way it would not hold is if you went below this lower line. As this extends throughout the course of the day, you must stay above this line. If you do, this market will continue higher. The spider's only down 25 cents after the markets nearly crashed this morning. This drop this morning was a traumatic experience across the board. We saw massive selling, and holy cow, what a reversal we have seen. Look at the spiders going higher. And again, bottom line is, folks, I'll say this right now, this is something we talked about in the intraday stock chat. We said capitulation down here volume, the 236 million traded so far. It's only 1:30 p.m. Eastern time, folks. 1:30 p.m. Eastern. We're actually hitting a little bit of a pivot high here, which should act as a little resistance. Otherwise, you're going to go right up to this point here, which will be your next resistance at the 50 moving average. And again, we will be positive if we hit that. That'll be right around the highs of the day. If I draw this trend line out, you can see that pivot high right there with the 50 moving average. All right. A lot going on, money to be made out there, absolutely. I'm looking across my box and looking at some profits out there as well. There's also some key trades out there that we have in the research center that are having monstrous reversals today to the upside, which is a very, very good thing that we're seeing. And again, this could signal a possible low on the markets. Look at the daily chart. Bottoming tail, folks, bottoming tail, recapturing this orange trend line after tagging this purplish pink trend line. Look at this. Where's that pink one coming from? Pivot low just in December right there. And then obviously recapturing this one right here is very, very significant as well. Now, again, it's still early in the afternoon session. Can they hold this? I think that's really the big question right now is can these levels be held? Is that what we're going to see here? And I will be watching again in the afternoon session, and I'm giving constant analysis in the intraday stock chat. Come join the intraday stock chat. There's a free trial for those of you that want to take it out there. And again, one stock I gave out here, folks, this is one of my favorites, Dean Foods. Take a look at this, 200 moving average, bottoming tail now appearing. This again should, in my opinion, start to rip higher. My guess is it target at least to $11 on the upside. We'll see again where this trades the rest of the day. But this is what it's all about, folks, being on top of the side, on top of the calls, ahead of the curve. And again, the flush today was what we call capitulation action, short term. That's a bottoming signal. In addition, now that you have a bottoming tail, if this bottoming tail holds today, that's monstrous. Monstrous. All right, now again, you could look at anything out there. I mean, look at some of these stocks that are performing well today. 3M up 50 cents today now. Mosaic, Terra Nitrogen positive. We have MasterCard with earnings up $27. $27, folks. The spiders are now down 17 cents. And again, bottom line is, going back to the spiders, I love going over this. Look at the flush. Look at the size of the volume here. Huge volume. These are candles of 30 million on the SPY. Look at how it's bottomed right there. You have this reversal. That's a reversal. You consolidate off of that. As long as you hold this pivot low, you start to creep up. There's your breakout right there. There's your blowout. We just talked about the blue line being a little bit of resistance. If it gets through this blue line, this is your next step, right up to here. All right, and again, you could really choose. You could throw a dart at a board right now if you had bought at the lows. Dart at the board would be in the money right now. Anything out there would be in the money from those buy levels down there. And again, I continue to pick up and have a few long positions on this possible reversal. We'll see again how they trade. You want these long plays, go to the research center, take the 7-day free trial. You want to be intraday and ask me specific questions on stocks and get analysis and get trades, come in the intraday stock chat. 7-day free trial, folks. You can cancel at any time. No harm done. You don't have to pay. It's only if you stick with us after those 7 days that you end up paying, all right? All right, let's take a look at a couple other things. Dollar. Dollar is lower today. Notice how the dollar is coming back to the lows of the day. That's helping this market gain some traction. That's very, very positive for this market as well. Again, lows of the day on the dollar. Remember, lower dollar equals higher market. Generally, it's a positive. We're obviously seeing the euro being crazy right now. Europe overnight. Yesterday, we saw the massive fall in the markets. That's a mess, but you know what? It's starting to shape up. People are starting to jump back in here thinking that the U.S. markets are probably the best place to be. And again, with the fall in the dollar, that's starting to be the case. All right, whether or not QE3 is around the corner, that's up in the air as well. One of many things that we're watching here. Gold is having a big day, but notice gold starting to fall. Why? Because money is coming out of gold and into the market. That's why the markets are rallying here. Gold falling, markets again rallying. They're inverse because fear is what gold is, and as fear declines, people pull gold money out and put it into the markets. Silver, let's take a look at silver, SLV. Same thing, although not as drastic here. Nice little pullback. And of course, the USO, which is oil. By the way, Spider's still down about 15, 16 cents here. Let's see if we can go positive. USO popping into the 20 moving average. We'll watch that very closely as well. All right, let's see what else we have going on here. I'm just continuing to scan through. There's just so much to watch. Goldman Sachs, look at these leaders here today. Goldman Sachs all day long has been strong. Today, it's no different. Again, at this specific time, up 64 cents. And look at that pop. We talked about 3M before. JP Morgan's almost on the flat side. The Qs have now gone positive. NASDAQ is positive. Take a look at the Qs, up 20 cents, although it is hitting the 50 moving average, so it's likely that might meet a little bit of resistance here in the short term. All right, and again, keep an eye on that, folks. There is a lot going on here. Keeping my eyes very much peeled on various things out there, what to do here. All right, enough said. I got to get back to trading, folks. Come join me in the Intraday Stock Chat. Come join me in the Research Center. Let's make some big money. This is where the money's made. The big money's made. Take care.